Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into my video. We're starting a new series today called Talent Test, where we're going to be going around on any class I play. So I'll be doing this with my Shaman too, once I start getting some Shaman content out. Where I'm going to be testing different talents in Mythic Pluses, Mythics for now, but I'm going to be doing it in Mythic Pluses as well, just playing around with talents. And we'll see how it changes over the next couple weeks with Mythic Pluses coming out, and maybe I'll even try it in the raids. I think when it comes to raiding, I know what build I'm pretty much going to take, but we'll have to see where I change up talents, what's better on what fights, and whatnot. So if you look on the screen, you can see our talents. We're taking Renewed Faith, Angelic Feather, Cosmic Ripple, Censor, Prayer Circle, Benediction, and Apotheosis. Now if I could go back, I think I would take Divine Star since I'm already hard casting so many renews, and I was actively trying to play to the build strength, so I was trying to keep Renew out as much as possible. I was trying to use Prayer Circle to heal up my group. I was trying to trigger my Holy Word, mostly Sanctify off of cooldown for the Cosmic Ripple AoE. And I do try to keep Prayer of Mending on cooldown anyways, so Benediction was fine here, but I do think I would have taken Divine Star, and I might try that out with this build next time to see how it does. You could even take Salvation in this build instead of Apotheosis if you wanted to. So we'll have to see how things change, but I am going to kind of go over a couple fights and just kind of talk about what I thought and how this felt. This definitely is just a big AoE heal your group fight. If the tank starts taking too much damage, good luck. You really don't have much other than Apotheosis and your Guardian Spirit to save him, so just be aware that, yeah, you're going to have some trouble healing your tank with this build. It doesn't really have much for your tank to save your tank. I did try out a way more single target focused build or kind of spot healing build as well, and when you do have those moments where you got to heal your tank, it kind of feels like you have some useless talents. Even if you do have Renew on the tank, they're still taking a lot of damage. But let's just get into the boss fights, and just as a kind of end note to this intro, trash pulls were pretty easy. In the other side, you have the big totem guys that summon the totems. Easy healing, easy healing with a Circle of Healing and a Prayer of Healing, taking advantage of that Prayer Circle, trying to get renews out on people. It goes pretty easy on the trash, so I tend to focus more on the boss fights. Okay, this is my first time trying this. Unfortunately, my editing software doesn't allow me to record audio in the editing software while the video plays, so we're going to start the Hakar fight now. And I'm just going to try and go over everything I was thinking, what I was doing. Now, normally, you'd like to give your tank mending here, but I was trying to get some mana back. Pop the Renew on him. Now, we're looking out for the Tainted Blood here. We're also going to watch out if we get hit by the Sons of Hakar. If we get targeted by them, we want to kill them. They are going to leave the pools on the ground, so try to kill them in a good place. Off to the side typically. If you just kind of do it right there where they're doing it, you see it's going everywhere. Right there I popped the Circle of Healing, and then I did a Prayer of Healing, just get a little extra out. And again, you can see I'm trying to keep these renews running on every target. I am getting DPS out when I can. I see the tank taking a little damage here, so I toss him that flash heal. Again, keeping those renews running. And then I am getting targeted by the sun, so I tried to run them off to the side here, also kind of closer to my DPS so they would help me. So it's kind of here off to the side, so it's a lot easier. And then here, just to end this fight really well, I sit through these explosions because I know they're not going to kill me, this like rain, and I hemmed my group as much as I could. I popped Apotheosis there, throw out, what did I do there? Serenity the Shaman, and then that flash heal is a wasted flash heal. It's good for me to know. And then throwing out a couple Prayer of Healings here, flash healing the tank, and it's over. Heroism is OP. But for big AoE fights like that, this talent build is going to be perfect. So if there's a dungeon, like I talked about in my Sanguine Depths video, where there's a lot of AoE on fights that people are going to get chipped by, that there's a lot of just damage that's unavoidable to the group, kind of like on Hakar there. People are going to get stuck in those pools for a second after they kill the Son of Hakar, and then two people always get the Corrupted Blood. And then when he's doing that rain, there should be avoidable damage, but again, I was just tanking it. I was just trying to heal my group to full. I think this talent build went fine there, but then again, it's hard to judge because of heroism. Or should I say bloodlust. Okay, now we're going to be taking a look at the Mana Storms. Now this is a pretty easy fight. The one thing the healer should be doing is disarming the bombs. For Millhouse, you want to stand in his beams, and then you don't want to get hit by the stuff he puts on the ground. So someone should be soaking that beam. The Shaman walks over, yes. And then the healing's not super hard on Millhouse right away. So again, I'm trying to get some renews on anyone that's taking damage. And also I am trying to get mending out, but it looks like I'm not doing super well at that. This fight's a little weird. I don't know how to fully explain it. I was absorbing that power crystal and then we moved out. Here's the big AoE on the ground. I think the hunter got hit by it there, but using Sanctify there, laser moved to Millhouse, so we just run it into Millhouse. And then he's gonna switch out here in a sec. The hunter I think got hit by that again. But I'm gonna spam a couple Prayer of Healings here. We did use Circle of Healing, and then throw Mending on the tank. And then for her, you're going to want to watch the bombs pretty much. That's our one main thing. So the hunter ran over for this one, so I let them get it. And then I'm just throwing some renews up on anyone that's taking damage. I'm also keeping an eye out for the bombs. I want to help out with the bombs. I don't know why exactly I went and stood in melee there, but sometimes when I want to Sanctify, I will run into melee too, just to help out the group. Here I think I should be using Circle of Healing and then Prayer of Healing, but everything's going pretty simply here. No one's taking too much damage, and then I did just him just to end the fight, make sure no one dies, and that was it. That was a pretty simple fight. Not a lot of healing that was needed. Renew did enough here, so I think Renewed Faith was okay in this situation, but it actually was probably pretty good. I'll say it was pretty good here just because it's just taking on anyone that's taking damage and they're not taking too much damage. That's where Renew is really good. And especially with Renewed Faith, where it's empowering itself for an extra 10% healing, it just ticked on any target that took damage that it put it on, and it helped out a lot here. So taking a look at Ziexia, we pulled it real quick here. So again, my tank just ran in. I didn't get a chance to throw a mending on him or everything, but then I did there. The displaced blast waves, I should say, pretty easy to avoid. I even just took one to the face right there. It is not very strong, and we did pop hero again here because Missoula is not very hard. We actually one-phased it in this mythic, which kind of blew my mind because I went and did it on heroic after, and the people in heroic did not know what they were doing. Dodge this simply here. Again, I'm just trying to keep renews out. Probably, yeah, Prayer of Healing here. I did use Circle of Healing, so we're getting those off real quick. Just trying to keep renews running, honestly. I did not mean to run into that trap there. I'm just trying to stay mobile and stay aware when I can in all fights. I try to move around a little bit. Maybe it's worthless movement, but I just didn't want to soak another blast wave. So like right there, I was kind of more on my toes, dodged it pretty easily, and we just nuked this boss. Renewed Faith worked really well here. It was a pretty simple, easygoing fight again. I think Renewed Faith is pretty alright if people aren't taking a lot of damage. So after that fight, you go straight into Mazala, I should say. Now, the tank is going to take most of the damage here, or at least he should. Everyone's going to tick with the dot from this debuff that everyone gets. It's not really worth dispelling it from everyone, just because it's just better to have people place it when it drops off, and they're going to know to do that. And then a couple people here did get hit by that fist. Nothing a couple flash heals can't heal up. And then I'm just trying to keep an eye on the tank here. I did backpedal a little there. It's kind of a bad habit I still have. I try not to backpedal, but right here I'm going to cast a couple Prayer of Healings just to top everyone off. And then I think the hunter did use something to heal themselves there, but there is a lot of damage coming through when people get hit by stuff. It really does hurt them if they are standing in this stuff or standing in these blasts. And then I even took one there. I'm not quite sure how to arrange a full thing here. What I would do, we are going to one phase this, by the way. This is really easy here, just to say. What I would do if you're in a coordinated group is have all 4 of the DPS, or 3 of the DPS and you, run to a section and just mass dispel that debuff real quick, because it's just gonna get all of these orbs of explosion away. And we literally did one phase this. Again, maybe I'm a little biased here because I had such a good group for this dungeon. These were all pugs and we just did really well, and I'm glad I got to run with these guys. It was a good group, it was a good run, and I can't believe we one phase this. We got all 4 of the spirits that he summons of himself, all 4 of them right here. So you can see 4 Buon Zombies end up popping up. I believe we did, yeah. So there's 3. Throw an Unholy Nova there, and then you get so much haste when Buon Zombies around. So we had 120% increased haste and 120% increased move speed. So just hopefully you get, yeah, see down in the chat you can see me type Jesus damn, like that was crazy. That was really good. Do I think that Renewed Faith in this build works well on this fight? I think the other build that I'm gonna be doing, I won't fully spoil it, but the other build I did would probably work better on Mazzala. It's Mazzala. I can't pronounce his name right or say his name right apparently, but this was a sick run. I'm just gonna go to the end here, kind of wrap everything up and just talk about how I felt about this build. Okay, so just to kind of wrap up my thoughts on this build and kind of talk about how I felt about it. At the end, like I said, I think on Mazzala, it would be better to run the other build I'm going to be showing you guys tomorrow, so it'll be Saturday. Just because of people standing in those fists. At a point, those fists are just going to one-shot people, so it's going to come down to more of grouping everyone up and dropping the orbs. I think in the absolute back in the middle would be the perfect spot to drop the orbs. So just like if you're with a coordinated group, it would be, hey, everyone come over here and mass dispel that, and then it would, all the orbs would be back there, and then no one's gonna get hit by his fists. The giant explosions of death that are gonna one-shot people at higher mythics. Now let's talk about where I think Renewed Faith will be good. Did it do work in this dungeon? Yeah, it absolutely did. The Mana Storms, it was pretty nice. I can't say it changed much on Hakar. Without Heroism, that might have been different, but it was okay on Hakar. On the third fight, I'm spacing on her name, it was completely fine. When would I take Renewed Faith? I would take Renewed Faith. I would never take Renewed Faith in a raid. It might be good with Salvation, but Meditation is going to get you so much more throughput on progression, just because you have all of that extra mana regeneration, so I wouldn't take it in a raid. Now let's say, hypothetically, you can do, let's say you're geared to do Mythic plus like 5 to 7. So pushing yourself, you know, you're going to go into 8s or 9s or 10s. If you're Mythic plus 7 geared, let's say you're pushing yourself up, I don't think Renewed Faith is going to be the play. It's going to be rough. The damage is just going to get so much rougher, and that 10% healing that it offers is just not going to be enough. Now, let's say you're geared Mythic 5 to 7 gear. If you're doing a Mythic plus 3, take Renewed Faith. If you're doing simpler, easier content that's on farm, content that you're not worried about people dying in or getting one-shot in, Renewed Faith is going to be the thing you want to take, the talent you want to take. I don't think it's an absolute dead talent, but for progressing, I definitely would take Trail of Light. So anyways, thanks for watching my video. I have one more of these to do with a different build. Like I said, that's more single target spot healing heavy, which is a fun build. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy this build too, and I'm probably going to try it out again. I have a couple more mythics to do this week. I think I have 4. I think I've done half of them. So I have 4 more mythics to do this week. So I'm going to try out Renewed Faith, and then I'm also going to run Divine Star. I don't think I'll ever be trying out Halo in dungeons because I just don't want to be that guy that accidentally pulls stuff with Halo. But I got one more video of this for the Priest so far ready to come out. I am going to be doing this on my shaman once I get my shaman gear. My shaman is 146 eye level right now, so I can't even do heroic, and it's going to be a pain in the ass to get accepted to mythic. So hopefully next week I can get the shaman guide out and start doing some of these for the shaman, talking more about the shaman. The shaman is really fun and I like it, but yeah, that's about it. I had some people asking for a keybind guide, just how I kind of set up my keybinds, and maybe talk about my UI, and just really go over when to use your cooldowns and spells. It really comes down to feeling and knowing when you should use a cooldown. But I might work on one of those. I probably am going to work on one of those too. I'll probably call it like basic Holy Priest guide, Holy Priest abilities guide or something, just to help out the absolute beginners. There are a lot of people clicking on my video that are absolute beginners, and those are the people I'm here to help. And I'm not here to be an elitist and be like, oh, why are you so bad? I'm definitely here to help newer players or intermediate players and help people understand and kind of watch my journey. I'd say I'm an intermediate player. I'm probably not going to clear Castle Nathria on Mythic, but I'm definitely going to do my best to clear it on Heroic, and I know I'm 100% capable of doing it, and so are all you guys. Anyways, I think I've rambled on long enough. Two things, check out my Twitch channel. I'm gonna start streaming on Tuesday the 8th when Mythic Pluses come out and the raid comes out. I probably won't stream the raid, but I will be streaming Mythic Pluses all day before the raid. And huge shout out to my brother. He's been doing all my thumbnails. I'm gonna be linking him down below in the description and in the comments, so if you guys want to check out his art and go support him in any way possible, please do. I would appreciate that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Shout out to everyone supporting my videos, watching everything, leaving comments. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one of these.